Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing this amazing morning? I tell you, this chair has me always swinging, swinging, swinging around. So I need to cut that out so I can sit still. How's everybody doing this amazing morning? We have a rainy, overcasty day out there. Yesterday, it was sunny, but that ended up being an overcast day. It started raining. So we'll see what the weather is going to do. It's unpredictable. So, how's everybody doing? Of course, everybody, you will automatically know as soon as you come into the building, put I'm blessed in the chat. Let us know that you are blessed. If you are here, you are alive, you are breathing, your heart's pumping, and your brain's functioning. You are blessed, right? So, we are already winning. So, I want to say that, but I also want to know how you are actually doing. Today, I'm going to do a wellness check because I always like to do that periodically, do a wellness check to see what you guys need so I could make sure that I'm on point when I'm addressing, any issues or any concerns, any questions. If there's anything that you would like to learn about, know about, I just like to be abreast of all that type of stuff so that I can be saying something that you want to hear and not just things that I want to say. Because, I can go on and on and on and ramble all day long. So I want to know what you guys are thinking, what you guys are feeling, what you guys are needing. And we're going to discuss that later on. But right now, I want to know how you guys are feeling right now in the chat. So let me see who's in the building. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She said, I am blessed. New day, new blessings, new favor. Amen. Oh, yes, we touch hands and agree. Yes. Good morning, Miss Pascal. Miss Pascal said, I'm blessed. Good morning, Betty Rose. I am blessed and determined. I love that. Yes. I love me a good finger snap. Good morning, Deltra. I'm blessed. Good morning, Patricia K. I am grateful and blessed. You know what, Patricia? When do you go on live? Because yesterday I had just missed you. Today I didn't catch you at all. But yesterday I had just missed you. I think you had wrapped up already. And I was like, I missed it. So what time do you go on live? Good morning, Tiffany. Tiffany says she is blessed. Hit the like button, y'all. Yes, everybody. Hit the like button. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. I just did, and there are only 3 so far. Yes, everybody, please and thank you. I appreciate it if you hit the like button. I need a little motivation today. I can, I will, I must. Come on with the Eric Thomas. Come on with the ET. Yes, I can, I will, I must. Yes, my son had that on one of his hoodies. On it. Thank you. I forget sometimes. All right, I'm alive. That's right. That's right. Hey, Firefox. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, Chantel. We are blessed. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Patricia, I'm with you on that. I'm still half asleep, even though I've been up since 5:30. Okay, well, it's time to wake up. It's time to seize the day. It is time to seize the day, especially if everything is functioning and moving. It is time for us to let go and seize the day. Seize the day. Good morning, Naomi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It seems like everybody needs a little pick me up this morning. It's okay, because if like where I'm at, it's dreary outside. So I mean, and then it's also seasons are changing, and not only just seasons are changing in nature, seasons are changing within ourselves. So there's some adjustments that need to happen. So that's definitely, I understand everybody who is feeling that shift right now, because I'm feeling the shift myself. And so it is a shift, it is a change, but we're transitioning, and we're going to be just fine. Right? We're going to be just fine. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm blessed. Good morning, Jasmine. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Michi. Michi's in here early. So is Yolanda. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm ready to make a cup of coffee. I've been cleaning. I've been up cleaning since 5 a.m. working and ready for a nap. Okay. 5 a.m. when you wake up and you've accomplished so much stuff, you're like, okay, it's time for a nap. Because I know I shut down my body at I want to say 1 o'clock. I'm like, I think it's nap time. I think I need a nap. I don't never take it. I always say it, but I never take it. But I need a nap. I need a nap. I've been up all day. Good morning, Trina. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, Nene. Oh my gosh, Nene's in the building. We miss you too, girl. We miss you too, sis. Michi said yesterday was raining with the sun out. Okay, a very vibrant and beautiful rainbow appeared. I took lots of pictures. Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm tired. I know you are, cousin. Two delays, didn't get home till 10 p.m. You had a delay even after the 7 o'clock? My body is out of whack. My oils came in, so I'm working today. Got you. 6 a.m. Okay, 6 a.m. you go live. All right. I am overwhelmed. I'm behind because life happened, but I am working my booty off because I'm determined to catch up with everything. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why are you guys calling? Sorry, you guys. Um, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Unless my kids get up and get in my way and need me to help them. Got you. Yes, ma'am. I got my tea. Oh, I need some tea. I got my tea and I've been slowly getting up. It's very cloudy here in the great Florida state. Yep, it's cloudy here too. Cloudy here too. Foggy and overcast today. Might rain. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes, yes, yes. So I guess it seems like who has sun? That's the better question. Who has sun? It seems like we all have like fog, overcast, rain. Who has some sunny weather today? And again, we may be, I didn't even check the forecast because sometimes, the forecast be off and on, right and wrong. So who knows? Who knows? All right. So I see that you guys are in need of motivation, and I hope that today will inspire you. I didn't even really have anything planned as far as motivation is concerned, but I just need you to know that it's not only you. Again, it is the seasons changing, it's us changing internally. It is, we have new goals and we have new plans, and things are different, right? And things are different. And I wouldn't say it's right or wrong, strange, you know what I'm saying? But it's just different. So we have to start to make adjustments, right? It's just like our morning routines. And if anybody who has not gotten that book yet, The Miracle Morning, Patricia has suggested that book and it was amazing. Patricia, thank you so much for suggesting that book. I had got my book from Audible because I like to listen to my books. And you guys, if you don't have time to read, maybe there's so many things going on, you're a parent, you work a regular job, you have your own business, you have a whole bunch of other things to do, you're on committees, and you're doing different things, you hearing to and fro from games with your kids. Listen, get the audio book, get the Audible, and you'll be able to listen to it wherever you are. You can listen to it when you're on your way to somewhere. You can listen to it with the kids in the car. The kids can listen to it as well. The kids could benefit from listening to your book. Stop thinking that your kids are too young to hear certain things. Allow them to listen to certain things. When my son was younger, I used to always play Eric Thomas, Les Brown, or Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn. He knows those people. Tony Robbins. My son knows those people because I was always playing it. And so I didn't have to sit here and make him listen to it. I just said, I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to listen to it loud enough and he's going to pick up something. And so anytime Les Brown says, you got to be hungry, my son knows that. He knows who says it. He knows Eric Thomas. He even listens to Eric Thomas on his own to get inspired and to pick me up and things like that because he needs to get pumped up. He plays football, so he needs to be, pumped up for that. So they already know because I already, you got to put them into place. And so you have little kids in the car, you think that they don't understand, they totally understand. Let them listen to it. Let them hear it because it's going to surprise you one day when they regurgitate it, when they say it back to you, and you're going to be like, I didn't even think you were listening. Kids are listening. So be mindful about what you're playing in the car. One thing I don't like, the music today is bleh, right? And so I really, when and unless it's old school, I'm not listening to the radio. Usually if I'm driving, I'm in silence or I'm listening to an audio book because the music today, just the energy of the music, just the things that's being said in the music is draining, is toxic, and it just brings up, it's triggering, right? And so I don't do that. So what I like to do is listen to audiobooks in the car. So if that's something that you would like to do, and you can learn anything, right? You can learn it. You may be thinking that you're not listening, but somewhere in your mind's eye, you are going to be able to recall that information when it's necessary. So just listen, and even if it's you subconsciously listening, just listen to it because I assure you that your mind is picking it up, right? And so are the kids. So yes, that book is called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. We don't have that in the book club yet because I haven't even started it. The book club's going to start on Friday, but yes, everybody, you need to pick up that book. That book's amazing. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Patricia, for that. Also, Patricia's live, and I'm going to share this out because I do like to share what everybody else is doing in the BBU tribe. Patricia K is the Vibrous Company, and she goes live, she said, about 6 o'clock in the morning, and her lives are very inspirational. Again, she gets on and she shares her experiences, she shares with her revelations and things that she's working on because she's improving herself and doing things in business, and she's stepping out on faith and she's trusting in the journey and the process. So if you guys would love to, Patricia K, can you please put your link, your handle down in the chat so that everybody can follow you, please, and thank you. And again, that's at 6 a.m. Oh, of course you have sun, Betty Rose. Of course you have sun. There's sun in Florida. Not me. Can y'all share some sun with us? True, seasons changing. Yes, yes. Is it me or is it? Oh, how does? Okay, so I done had a whole conversation. How do I sound, you guys? Am I okay? Let me know. Somebody put a one in the chat if I'm okay with my sound, if the sound's okay, or do I sound robotic? Because it may be that I have the charger in the phone. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, you sound fine to me. Okay, good, good, good. Thank you. Let me see what I'm missing. Girl, okay, what do they be talking about? It's crazy, unhealthy, right? And it's so dumbed down. The music is so dumbed down. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I'm not saying, no, I am saying our music was so much better, but it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, I feel like y'all trying to play me like I'm a dummy. I can't do it. I can't do it. And all of stupid. I am. I don't know what they're doing with the music today. I really don't. I don't know what direction is going in. To me, it doesn't feel artsy, especially about all of the dark, negative things. If you want to learn, and this is why I didn't like my kids listening to that kind of music, is because if you want to learn how to do anything, I mean, you could Google anything, right? But if you want to learn how to do anything sexual, anything violent, anything in terms of offing yourself or any of that, you can learn that in the freaking lyrics. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we trying to share with the world? So I just don't agree with it. Yes, everybody is getting paid, but at what cost, right? But at what cost? So I digress. I was in the car yesterday listening to your live, and I was telling my kids this is what I listen to every morning. And my son shocked me, and he said he wanted to listen too. Hey, thank you. Kids are listening. They are for sure listening. They are for sure listening. You're welcome. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You sound fine. Okay, we got rain last night. There was a brief moment. Oh, okay. Thank you. It probably was when the phone rang because the phone had just rang. There sure is. I enjoyed every day at home. We were at the beach house this weekend, and I definitely did not want to leave. That sounds so nice. And the place that you guys was at looked like it was so beautiful. Speaking of the sun, they have no substance. Got Beyonce out here singing about right, toxic, right? And I believe she's talking about tripping on acid. I know I got some Beehive people in here. I know y'all love Beyonce. I know y'all love her down, but at a certain point, you just think that people are at a certain level that they don't have to stoop so low. The same thing that they did to Mariah Carey, when she was dressed in all skimpy and stripperish. Like, why do you need to do that? Because you have an amazing voice. Now it seems like all of a sudden she can't sing anymore. Listen, don't get me started about all of that. Don't get me started because I'm like, what are we doing here? Why does everybody want to be a thought and a stripper? Strippers didn't want to be strippers. Strippers was doing what they needed to do. I mean, you had some people that, that's what they wanted to do. You had some people, most people, that they didn't have options. They didn't have choices. This was some way that they could get quick, fast money to take care of their family. You know what I'm saying? People didn't want to do that. And now we got the girls out here acting like that's the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's a difference, because I have a friend and she's a pole entertainer. She used to be a dancer, but she is the dopest person on the pole, to me. You know what I'm saying? She's the dopest person on the pole. She actually taught Madonna's dancers how to do, she did the whole, teach them how to do the pole dancing and all that for the tour, one of Madonna's tours. So she actually did that. But I'm just saying, everybody ain't out here, thinking that that's cool, right? Because when the girls was doing it and they was trying to make their money, people were talking about them. People was like, oh, you this, you that. And now all of a sudden, everybody wants to be a freaking stripper. What is that all about? What is that all about? Let me see what you guys are saying. Card carrying Beehive member in here. I knew you was gonna creep in when I said the hive is in the house. Hey Chantel. Hey, hey sis. Hey Jules. Good morning, Janae. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everything with you? As someone who plays an instrument, you can learn a lot from music. I learned passion and patience. I play euphonium. Euphonium. Did I say that right? It's a brass instrument. Think small tuba. Nice. It's the times we in. Don't get me started either. Oh, I'm cracking up. Right. I'm just saying. It's just everybody twerking, popping, dropping. It's just thotting and bopping. That's what they doing. But what are we doing? What is going on in the world? We need to get it together. I'm serious. We need to get it together, because the kids are listening to this, and it's just like, I have a lot of what she said? You have phonium. Euphonium. That's what I said, right? Did I say euphonium? No, she said I said it right. Okay, I did. Okay. Good. Just been very busy at work, so I haven't been able to get on, but I catch the replays. Awesome. And Janae, I am back on track with my working out, because I started doing a miracle morning. And so I am back. So yesterday, were you guys here for yesterday's live? Put a 1 in the chat if you were here for yesterday's live. Put a 2 if you missed it. And if you did, no worries. You could always go back and catch the replay. So did you catch yesterday's live? Put it in the chat. They took away everything that made you well-rounded. I learned 2 instruments, the flute in middle school and the clarinet in high school. My son, well, he's kind of like my son. He's my nephew's son. He played flute up until high school. I don't think he's playing flute now, because he's not here anymore. But I mean, he's here, but he's at his dad's. And so I don't know if he's still playing an instrument, but he played the flute all the way in high school. All the way to high school. So yesterday I was talking about a sermon that I heard on Sunday, and it was from Bishop Olds. If you guys don't know who Bishop Olds is, guys need to go follow Bishop Olds. Bishop Olds is the roller skating bishop. Right, he is on his skates. He is roller skating. Of course, he's on TikTok. Him and his wife, they are TikToking and dancing and everything. And some people gave a little criticism about him dancing and all that stuff. Like, he's not supposed to have a good time and enjoy, like preachers, bishops, any, religious member are supposed to be like, they're not supposed to have fun. They're not supposed to dance. They're not supposed to enjoy life. They're not supposed to, like, come on, get over that already, right? Like, why should they not have fun? So he's on TikTok with his wife, and he puts it on Instagram too, and they're dancing and everything. So Sunday, he was talking about discolored leaves. He was talking about sometimes the leaves start changing and people start falling away, learning to cut people loose. He was also talking about sucker plants, right? And sucker plants are those little plants that grow in the middle of a vine. Like, I know for sure it's on tomatoes. And so if these are the vines that are going to produce fruit. And there's the little sucker leaves plant right here that comes out. It does not harm the plant, but it does drain the energy from the plant. And so it goes equally to everything as opposed to going to what's going to produce fruit. And so in order for you to produce fruit, and in order for the nutrients to go to the, to the main parts where it needs to go, you need to cut the suckers off. And so that is what we were talking about yesterday. And we were saying that not just the suckers in, other people, but also the suckers in yourself, right? And so the suckers could be people that are draining your energy, people that are not supposed to be in your life, people that are just taking and don't give back, people who are just there because they're along for the ride, people that are not here to help you, right? They may have served you for a season, but they are not going to serve you later. They are not going to produce fruit. They're not going to be something that you can benefit from. They're just going to be there. They may or may not, that like with the sucker situation, they're not harmful, but these people may in turn be harmful to you, right? Because they may be intentionally trying to harm you because they see that you are growing and you are thriving and you are about to produce fruit. And since they see that, they want to be hangers on. And that's what those sucker plants are. They're hanging on. They're stealing vital nutrients from the plant, and they are hindering its growth, right? And so there may be people in your life right now that are doing that to you, right? They may not be harming you, but they are not helping you either, right? Or they may be along for the ride because they're waiting to see what they can get from that, or can get from you, or trying to get some of your blessings as if it's going to rub off on them, as opposed to trying to go out and get their own thing. So that is what the sucker plant analogy was about. But also, it can also be yourself, right? The sucker can also be you. So it can be poor habits that you have. It could be limiting beliefs. It could be your self-doubt. It could be your negative self-talk. It could be all of these things that you are telling yourself that you can't do something because of, right? So it could be those negative things that are holding you back. So it don't necessarily have to be an outside source. It can also be the inside source, right? So you have to know that once you start seeing that, or once it start revealing itself to you and it's you need to start pruning those things off. You need to start cutting them off, because you need to provide the nutrients, the ones that the beneficial nutrients to the parts that are going to produce fruit. And so you need to make sure that you are whole. You need to make sure that you have everything that you need in order for you to produce the fruit and cut off the suckers. So if you know that if you read more, or if you applied things faster, if you did things like that, then it's time for you to put that into yourself and stop doing things that are wasting your time. Stop doing things that are not producing results. Stop doing things that are harming you. Stop doing things that are self-sabotaging. And that is a word, because once you start, I know Tiffany has said this yesterday about she must have reached her happy ceiling because everything was going good for her, and then she started sabotaging herself. She started hearing the negative self-talk. That's when things start saying, well, who do you think you are? Why do you think you deserve this? You don't deserve this. This is it. This is where we could reach. This is the capacity right here. We can't get any further than that, right? And so when you start hearing those things, you got to retrain your mind and let yourself know, listen, I can do all things. First of all, I can do all things through Christ who created me, right? But I can do all things because I am able to do that. Again, if we have just a little piece of what God is, if we're made in his image, if we just have a little glimmer, if we just have a little particle of dust, if we just have that, we have enough. Right? And so we need to make sure that we know that, because it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. We need to know that in our hearts. We need to know that in our spirits. We need to know that in our mind, and we need to retrain ourselves and start to know that everything that we can do everything that we want to do. Right? And so once you hit that happy ceiling, you got to be like, oh, I'm gonna knock that thing down, because I'm about to go up. You know what I'm saying? And so I want you guys to realize it doesn't necessarily have to be anybody on the outside. It could definitely be you that is trying to take your own self out. And it sounds weird and it sounds strange if you say it out loud, right? Why would I be trying to damage myself? Why would I try to sabotage myself? Why would I try to take myself out? We do it. You know what I'm saying? We for sure do it. And so we need to not be our own enemy, and we need to cut the suckers off, and we need to make sure that we are moving forward. Also, another thing that was said was about this discolored leaves. And I would want to say they're discolored, because if they're discolored, then we're talking about leaves that are drained by the nutrients, right? But I don't want to say that the discolored leaves, right? I want to say about the leaves changing, right? Because the leaves on the tree serve the tree, right? And so they lived a vibrant life, right? And then it's time for them to change. Once fall comes and hits, it is time for the leaves to start changing. The leaves is going to start changing. They are going to be beautiful, but they are going to fall off. And when they fall off, they're going to be dead and gone. They do not come back, right? And so that may be some things, some people in your life. Some people may have served you. They may have been colorful. They may have been brilliant. They may have been something that helped you thrive, right? But there's going to be a time when it may not be the best relationship anymore. It may not be, something that y'all need anymore. Maybe you outgrown each other or whatever. It may be something like that. And then they are going to have to leave. And I also said, because I don't want you to just think other people, other people, other people. You may be somebody's changing leaf, right? You may need to fall down by the wayside so that you can, and I don't want to say die like that, but you're going to fall by the wayside, and that relationship is going to die to you so that you can grow, and so that you can thrive, and so that you can see that the potential that you have inside yourself. You need to see what you're capable of. And sometimes things need to happen. Some things need to part ways in order for you to see those things. Some things need to happen in order for you to see that breakthrough. And that is okay, right? Again, somebody else could be your lead, or you could be somebody else's lead, but the leads have got the process is the same. The leads have to change, and people have to, people will come and go, right? And you have to learn to be thankful in those relationships, because there was something that was taught to you in those relationships, right? And you have to be able to learn the lesson and pick up and move on. You can't hold on to those things. You cannot let that stop you. The tree is still going to keep on growing. It's still going to produce. It's not going to produce in the winter, but it's still going to come back in the spring. You know what I'm saying? Because life is still going to go on, and you need to make sure that you are doing that. So that was what we were talking about yesterday. If you want to go back to the sermon, I know if you go to Bishop Old's Instagram page, he's got a link tree, and you'll be able to go to the link tree and find a sermon from Sunday. And I'm telling you, it was so good, so good, so good, so good. So let me check and see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let's see. Oh, and I got Cousin gave me, and if you guys don't know who Cousin is Latrice. She is my moderator in this room, and she makes everybody feel welcomed and comfortable and keep everything going. She has sent me a saying yesterday, not a saying, but a meme. What is it? Yeah, she sent me a meme, not a meme. What is it? An Instagram post. It was an Instagram post. So she sent me this Instagram post, and I absolutely loved it. And I touched on something that I wanted to share yesterday, but I didn't share yesterday because I wanted to make sure that it was out before I mentioned it, because then I don't want anybody to be like, well, Nikki, you said that this was supposed to come out. You said that this was supposed to happen. And I wanted to make sure that it actually came out before I even opened my mouth. So I'm going to share that. But the thing that she said was about what you pray for, right? Remember, I was talking about yesterday being patient about what you pray for, right? Because I did say that, and it was something small and simple for me, right? But I said I wanted to have a clean spirit, and I had prayed that, right? And it didn't happen immediately, because I knew that I had to do a deep cleanse, and I knew that things were never going to be the same. Like when I decided that I was going to do that deep cleansing, I had made a decision. I am not going to be the same. That means I'm not going to do things the same. I'm not going to act the same. I'm not going to respond the same. I'm not going to be the same person. I am going to change. Why am I going to change? Because the evolved me can't be the old me. And so I can take some elements of the old me with it, but I can't take all of it. And some of those things no longer serve me. And so now I need to change. I need to start acting in my new evolved self. And so I knew that. And so I prayed, God, I need to have a cleansing spirit. I need to get all this stuff out. I need to purge. I need to do what I need to do. And so it didn't happen immediately. It happened. Like I said, I think it happened like 1 or 2 weeks later that it actually happened. I just woke up on Sunday morning, and That is all I wanted to do. All I wanted to do was do a deep cleansing. All I wanted to do was change, right? And so we need to get, sometimes we have to get to that point where it's like, okay, I need to change, because what I was doing before is not working for me, and I need to move, especially if I'm trying to grow. And so you have to do away with those things, right? And so what the Bible says, when you are a child, you act like a child. When you're old, when you're an adult, you have to do away with those things. And so I'm not saying childish behavior, but I'm just saying old behavior patterns. And so I had to let those things go. And I was saying, be patient about your prayers, because we pray for things and then they don't happen in the time that we think, or we don't see the results immediately, and we automatically discard them and act as if whatever, right? And so I was saying, be patient with it, because I did ask for that, and then I realized, I'm like, oh, I feel it. And I was like, you know what, God is working, even when I don't see it, even when I don't see the change, even when I don't get it when I want it. I know that God is working on my behalf. And so I want you guys to be patient in your prayers. And so this is the quote, but let me go into what y'all saying, because I don't want to go too far ahead and I miss some stuff. They really think sex trafficking is a joke. Strippers lives are at risk just being a dancer, because we still have crazy people. Awesome. Glad you came back to working out. Who you do, Kesha? No, actually, I just got on the bike. So I was doing the bike, even though I got to get back on my stepper. Let me see. I love Bishop and his wife. Yes. He's a man first, and he's entitled to live his life. Yes. They also make great jokes, right? Which is frustrating. Nobody wants to get assaulted when they're going out of your house. Right. Exactly. Do your friend who grow his vegetables in his house? Vegetable. Yes, they grow big, and they are amazing. Some of the stuff he grows is small, because he do micro things. Some of them are small, but he moved now, so he don't grow inside the house now. He moved out of the country. I don't know if he told everybody where he moved yet, so I can't say it yet, but he moved out of the country, and he's about to start growing there, and it's going to be so amazing. But yes, you can grow inside your house. There is this it's I don't know what it's called, but he had this whole stand, and it looked like it had PVC pipes, and inside you put little pods in it. You can grow lettuce, you can grow all kinds of stuff in there. And also he had the grow buckets that you can grow in the house, and in the grow buckets he grew strawberries and watermelon. So yes, you can do that with no bugs. You're saying a word this morning. Hey, thank you. I love this season of my life. I'm pruning old habits and that don't serve me, elevating my mindset and focusing on what truly matters to me and my success. Absolutely. Absolutely. When I tell you I so needed this, Nikki, thank you so much for being a vessel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Don't even know. You guys don't even know. I don't even know why I'm feeling tears, but I'm gonna not, because I'm a thug. But I was looking at, I think cousin had gave me this person, the content queen. Not I think, I know, but I think her name is the content queen. And that's Latrice in here. So she had gave me this person, and this morning I was looking at it, and I was going to use one of the points that she said as my speaking points for today. But she has said, everything in your life experience have prepared you to answer your customers' questions. And so I looked at it like, everything that I'm going through. Remember, I said, I think God has me at a certain point, and and I'm showing my transparency is because I'm meeting somebody at some level, and my experience is going to help somebody else, as opposed to me, talking from being on the other side of things. I think that going through it is going to be able to be, I can meet people at where they are because of where I am. And so I really was going to speak about that today. And it's really true. Like, when I'm speaking based on, things that I stuck out to me. You know what I'm saying? And I try not to speak on the other side. Yes, I can definitely share stories about being on the other side. I could definitely share, the successes and all that other stuff. But what does that? I mean, it helps when I'm I'm trying to be encouraging and things like that. But when when people are at certain points, people want to know that they're not the only person at those points in their life. You know what I'm saying? Because people will look at it, yeah, it's easy for you to be successful because you had this and you did this, and they don't see the struggle, and they don't understand that the thoughts that were going on in that person's head at that time. And so that's where I like to be transparent at. That's where I like to come in with where I'm at with the platform is I like to come in and share the thoughts, the ideas, and where I'm at, because again, when you are in a place and you feel like you're the only person that is there, it is so lonely. You know what I'm saying? It is so lonely. It's so dark. You don't want to say anything to anybody. You don't want to ask for help. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know what to do sometimes. And so that's why I feel, whenever I'm led to say something, that I just go ahead and go on, even if I planned out my content, even if I knew what I was going to talk about for the day, even I just go with what I feel. And I feel like sometimes I know where I'm going with it, but sometimes I don't. And sometimes I just I'm let God do what God's going to do, and whatever's meant for me to say is going to come out. And if it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be said. And if I don't talk about this today, maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow. If I don't talk about it tomorrow, maybe I'll talk about it next week. Who knows? But whenever I feel the need, that's when I do it. So I'm so appreciative of you guys too, because you help me as much as I help you, and I absolutely love that about our whole relationship. I love that, right? So thank you, thank you, thank you, and letting God bless you, and letting God use you and bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Kay. Kay did a thing yesterday. She went live with Simply Chris Marie yesterday. So you guys, make sure y'all check that out as well. Oh, and I got on my Push Classic collections. I think they're backwards. My Push Classic earrings from Kay, and she's in here from Kiara Terry, but she's in the room. Last night I worked on improving my websites, did research, and created a form and called it a night at midnight. I felt accomplished and calm. That's important. Very important. I'm learning to love and live in each season. Yes, because each season is going to serve you for different reasons. Every season is not going to be the same. Every season is not going to be, it's not even going to be the same from year to year. Even if it's the same season, it's not going to be the same. Things are always going to be changing, and you have to just, like you said, love and live in each season. Absolutely. Good morning, Miss Lois. I just thought about, where's Miss Lois at? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Bishop Oldes. Nikki shed those thug tears. I won't do it. I won't do it. Very true. People appreciate transparency. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, it is. So proud of you, Miss K. Can you post the link for those earrings? I love those. K, get busy. Put it in the link. Put it in the link. Okay, so she's not in here today, but I am going to share it with you guys. I'm gonna show you because I got a package yesterday. If you guys want to show me a package, send me a package, you can. But I got a package yesterday from Michelle, who is Robin Scents. And I just wanted to share this. She sent me 2 candles, but I wanted to share this because it's resin. So this is her candle jar, and it even comes with the resin top and has glitter inside. And it smells amazing. So I just wanted to share that real fast with y'all because I thought it was cute and different. And so let me see. Okay, she's putting it in there. She's putting it in there. Let me know if you can't put it in there, because I know yesterday Jules tried to post the link and it didn't post. So that is that. Oh, and it smells good too. I think it's just essential oils. It smells pretty good. So this is the quote that I got from yesterday from Latrice. It says, after you get what you pray for, after getting what you pray for discipline to keep it and wisdom to multiply it. That was a word for me. Yesterday I was just gonna go off that. I was like, oh, that is it for today, right? Because we pray for things, and then it's like, okay, God, we got it. Now what? What do you do after that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make sure that you are able to use that, right? You prayed for it. Now, how can you use that? How is that going to serve you? I'm always talking about how something going to serve you, because everything that you should be doing should be serving you, right? All of the relationships that you have, they should be serving you. All of the things that you're asking for should be serving you. But how does it serve you, right? So if you ask for something and you get it, and a lot of times we're praying for stuff, and when we get it, it's like, oh, okay, like you're not even appreciative about the thing that you got. You know what I'm saying? And so we need to get on a level where we're praying for it, and when we get it, first of all, you got to be thankful and grateful. Gratitude is the number one thing, right? Thank you so much. I know, I forgot the stylist. I think his name is James John. I forgot their names, but it's two black guys, and they have a business together now. One does homes and one does styling, and I forgot their names. But he always says when he gets a blessing, he's like, thank you, God, more please. Thank you, God, more please. Thank you, God, more please. Everybody put that in the chat. Thank you, God, more please. Thank you, God, more please. I am blessed this morning. Thank you, God, more please. I am healthy this morning. Thank you, God, more please. Put thank you, God, more please in the chat. Thank you, God, more please in the chat. Right? So when you get it, first thing is to be grateful for it, right? But the next thing is you have to have discipline, right? And I wrote down, you want to have discipline because how are you going to work that thing, right? You got to make sure that you can maintain it, right? Discipline is the ability to do it when you feel like it and when you don't feel like doing it, but you're still going to stick with it and you're still going to do it, right? And so you got to make sure that you're maintaining, right? So get the discipline to keep it. You don't want to just throw it away. You don't want to just frivolously just lose everything, right? You want to make sure that that thing is serving you, right? And then the wisdom to multiply it. So how can we duplicate it? How can we use this like over and over and over and over and over again? Yes, this could be done with our prayers, but this can also be representative of our lives as well, right? Because once we get something, once we hit the goal, right? And let's take God out the situation for a second, right? Once you hit the goal, right? What are you going to do? Okay, I hit the goal and there's nothing else for me to do. Or it's okay, I hit the goal. Now I need to set a new goal. What are we doing with that? Right? And then you want to make sure that you have the discipline to keep it. So I need to make sure that I can keep up what I did. I need to be able to repeat this. I need to be able to, work this thing when I feel like it and when I don't. I cannot just drop the ball. I have to see this thing through, right? And in order for me to see this thing through, I need to be disciplined. I need to do the work. I need to show up. And so that is what you need to do. And then you want to have the wisdom to multiply it, right? Because you need to duplicate it. Because if that thing worked and it's a blessing and you hit that goal, right? Then how am I going to duplicate it for when I want to set a bigger goal or when I want to set a different goal? How can I duplicate it? How can I multiply it so that it is going to benefit me? How can I multiply this so that this can make me 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times more money? How can I do that? Right? And so we need that whole thing to me stood out to me. So after getting what you pray for the discipline to keep it and the wisdom to multiply it. Right? And so you guys, I want you to hear that as a word this morning, because when things happen to you, you got to make sure that you are ready. You are ready. Now, remember yesterday I said, I was going to share something with you guys, but I did not share it because again, I said I wanted to make sure that it happened, right? And so that thing is I had sent a box to Sam, and her name is BK She Devil on TikTok. And I started following her a long time ago on TikTok because she always, she would do funny videos with her grandmother. Her grandmother's funny. And so they would do a lot of TikToks together. And she did her makeup. I didn't know at the time she was a makeup artist, but at the time I just knew that she did her makeup. And I was like, okay, I'm going to send her a package. And so I had sent her a package, but she was actually doing the circle, and she wasn't able to tell everybody that she was doing a circle, right? So she kept saying, she did a thing, but I had already sent the box out. And so then the circle came out and all kinds of stuff, and she didn't post the video as soon as I sent her the box or whatever, but she actually sent out she did her video yesterday. Something had happened. She actually did do the video, but something had happened and she wasn't able to find it And so she found the actual video and then she posted it yesterday. So that was one of the things that happened that I wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, so Sam from the Circle, and actually she was the winner from the Circle. She had if you guys, I don't know if you guys watched it. It's on Netflix. And so she was the winner. And so she had did a video and she had posted it on her TikTok yesterday, showcasing my products and things like that. So now I want to use that situation so I can say something to you guys as well. Right? Hit the thumbs up. Thank you, cousin. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. I love the bag idea. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I want you guys to stop holding on to your stuff and start sending your stuff out to people. Stop holding on to your stuff and start sending it out to people. But when you send it out to people, you want to make sure that everything is ready. You want to make sure everything is prepared. You want to make sure that your emails are set up, your website is functioning, right? You don't want to send somebody something and they talk about your box and you don't have anywhere. There is no website for people to go purchase. There's nowhere for them to go afterwards. Like, what do you want these people to do? Right? And so I want you guys to get into the habit of sending your stuff out to people so that these people can start spreading the word for you and your business. So you can start getting your brand out there to a broader audience. Yes, 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 and yes. Most people may, you know, the bigger influencers, they may charge, right? So that's where you will find the micro influencers that are going to help you. But what you want to do with the micro influencers is you want to make sure that they, you know, we already know that the micro influencers are more engaging with their people because they're not overwhelmed with comments. They're not overwhelmed with all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to say they're not super busy, but they're very active and very, they pay attention to what's going on their social media because they are trying to grow their social media. And when I started as a micro influencer, I long ago in my past life, in my YouTube days, I used to, you know, we get packages and things like that, and companies just wanted to give you things so that you can promote them, try them, put them on, so that your fan base will want to try these things, right? And so it's huge, and so they will willingly send you a bunch of product out as long as you do something for them. Once, you know, and when you're smaller, you're like excited because, oh my gosh, this big company sent me something and I want to try it and da 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 da. I get to share it. And so when you're smaller, you don't mind doing it for free. But then when you start getting bigger, people are starting to ask for, you know, money because they have race. And it's only right because the companies are going to make money off of that. And so in turn, if you're going to get me sharing it to my people and giving reviews and all of this, and you're being able to use that, but I can't benefit from it, then that's not serving me, right? And so a lot of people have their rates on you know, on doing social media. And so that's fine, right? But you want to make sure that you find people that you can talk to. And so I say that to say, you may find some micro influencers that are just happy to receive products. You may find some bigger influencers that do require a fee. And that's also okay, because you do have to think about their time. You do have to think about they are going to be bringing profit to you. And so you have to make sure that you are compensating them. So that's only right, right? But then there's also people that have their PO boxes that are public for you, and they'll let you know, you can send me some things. Like if you find somebody and their PO box is public and they're saying, you know, you want to send me something or whatever, take a chance and send it out. And when you do something like that, don't just send out something to somebody, right? You want to send it out and you want to make sure that you're going to be you know how much you sent out to them. You get a spreadsheet, and I think this is something that I want to talk about too. Get a spreadsheet together of all the influencers, first of all, the ones that you want to speak to, but you also want to put on this thing how much you sent them, like how much was the cost of the package that you sent them, when did you send them something, what is their contact information, did they respond to you, did you follow up, do you need to follow up, did they put a video out, did you get any engagement from the video that they put out, did you get any traction, did you get any sales from that? And so you want to create a spreadsheet like on Excel, or on Excel, create a spreadsheet for your influencers so that you can keep track of what you sent out. A lot of the times, and again, this is a transparency moment. I would send out packages not counting the costs. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just be like, okay, I'm going to send this package out and not recording information. And that is harmful to me because you should be recording all of your data. The reason why certain apps and certain software is important for you to have is because it reports the data. It records the data for you. And so you're able to see what's working, what's not working, what you need to do to improve. Maybe you need to step it up. Maybe you need to do something different, but you're able to see the progress. And if you don't record it, you're not going to be able to go back and see what worked and what didn't work. You're not going to be able to repeat something, or you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to know if you're not being able to go back and see how much was sent and what was done. So I want to make sure that you guys keep that in mind. Even if you put it in a notebook, you know what I'm saying? You're not familiar with Excel, don't worry about it. Put it in a notebook. Make sure you write things down, and make sure that you emails and contacts when you spoke to them, you know, if they sold a lot, maybe you want to give them a coupon code the next time. Maybe you want to maybe make them an affiliate, and so that they can make something, their people may get a discount, and then you may be able to give them a cut. You know what I'm saying? So how much you're willing to do so that they could, how much are you willing to lose off of the percentage, right? So if you want to say, all right, if I think about it, I'll say I want to go about 40%, right? And you could say, all right, well, we'll give them 10% for their following, and then we'll give the 30% to the influencer, so that they're making 30% off whatever sale. Right. So you want to make sure that you're keeping track of all of that. And there's programs and things that you could do depending on whatever platform you are. Look into the affiliate the affiliate marketing, and see how you can implement it into your social media strategy, not your social media strategy, but your business strategy. Right. Because this is also some income that you don't even have to worry about, because they're going to be talking about it. They're going to be bringing the people to you. All you have to do is worry about having the product and shipping the orders. Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, yes, and yes. And I have not tried Social Cat. I know somebody had asked me, I think Laura had asked me about Social Cat, and I have not yet tried it. So I can't say if it's a good or bad thing. I think somebody did try it and said that they didn't get the hits that they wanted. My stomach's growling. I'm hungry, y'all, but I am detoxing. Um, so they didn't get the hits that they wanted from it. So I would suggest that you find people that are in your niche that are going to be able to bring the thunder to your website, right? You don't want to just find anybody just because you found a random person and they got a PO box, right? Because if it don't have anything to do with you, it's not going to resonate with the people that they're following. And so that message in your product is not going to do anything. And it's not the fact that don't work. That's just not your people. That is just not where, that's not your niche, and so it's not going to work. I can't send a makeup brush soap to a comedian, right? Especially a comedian who's not doing their makeup. So like, what would be the purpose of me giving that brush soap to them? It's not going to resonate with their people, because their people are looking to find something funny and to laugh and engage with, and my brush soap is not going to be that thing. So what is it? Who can you engage with, and who can you send something to? Start thinking about people who you really admire, and see how they fit into your brand, and see how you can incorporate them as an affiliate or as an influencer to promote and talk about your product. Right. And you also want to make sure that you are sending stuff to people that are going to actually talk about your stuff and actually enjoy and love your stuff. So if you know that somebody is a candle lover, and they may not make, and I won't say make candles because that won't be your target market, but if you know that they're a candle lover and they may be a lifestyle brand or whatever, and that works for you, then that's who you need to start sending things out to. You know what I'm saying? I know that Deltra does concrete vessels. I know that Miss Lois does also concrete vessels, and I think Fiber's company does concrete vessels as well. So if you do something like that, maybe you want to go more towards, maybe you could do some candle lovers, but then maybe you want to go to do some more real estate people, so that they could put your candles in when they stage in homes, or when they're taking pictures of homes, or just so people can get the idea of that candle being in their home, things like that. So you want to make sure that you're sending your stuff out to people who are going to be, within the same bandwidth as you are. Thank you for all this super important info. Very helpful. Very helpful. Thank you. Thank you. Can you post in Messenger chat? Can you post it in Messenger chat? What can I post in Messenger chat? Nikki can't post the link. Oh, me. Okay, one sec. And if you purchase for the first time, you get 10% off. It's an automatic thing. So you guys go ahead and support Push Classic Collections. There you go. Tell me if you guys can see the link. Tell me if you guys can see the link. Hey, Yazzie Faye. Let me know if you can see it. Right? So not only just candle lovers, you want to make sure that you're sending it to people that are going to like just and then think outside of the box, right? Yes, celebrities are fine, and yes, entertainers is fine, and yes, all of that thing, all of that can happen, right? But if you don't have those opportunities, then I would suggest that you start using the micro influencers, the vloggers, the people that you could actually see your stuff in their homes. Like for me, I think that I know De'Ara is right now, she's a big influencer, but I can see the concrete vessels in her aesthetic in her home. You know what I'm saying? Like people like that. People who could wear, like, let's go to K. People who could wear those the hats that she have, and the name is escaping me right now, but people who are in fashion, who you can see wearing those type of things, talk to those people, right? You don't necessarily, the person doesn't necessarily have to be in fashion. It could just be somebody who just likes to dress nice, right? Because that's what they do when they're about to do a show or they're about to do something, right? You can do that. Start incorporating yourself with those people. You know that somebody is very, very into the family care and their self-care and doing things like that. Maybe send them a package. One person that comes to mind who I absolutely love, I can't remember her name, but she has the 3 kids and they set up their food and they cook it together, and I absolutely love what they do. The kids are learning how to create their own meals. They're learning how to take care of themselves. They're learning all of these things. What products do you have that you can incorporate so that she could use that, so all of the family can use it, and that could be part of their self-care routine? What could you do, right? Can I send you a package? Maybe she has a PO box somewhere. Maybe she, you know what I'm saying? Like Tabitha Brown used to have her PO box open. I don't think she does now, because Tabitha Brown, she has become a huge thing right now. She is a big thing. She's a big deal. Right. But Tabitha Brown used to have her P.O. box public. I actually sent Tabitha Brown something. And when I sent Tabitha Brown my package, that was the time when she had all her packages that she was coming from the P.O. box. And she brought all her packages home. And she, not home, but she was driving around. She had to go to the store or something like that. And she came back and all of her packages was gone. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And I never even sent anything back. But I mean, that was an option. You know what I'm saying? And so start looking around and start seeing if these people have their PO box available. And if not, you could go into their DMs or send them an email and ask them, hey, I do so and so and so. Can I send you a package? I would really love to know what you think, as well as you sharing it with your followers and da 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 da. So I want to encourage you guys, I want to encourage you guys to start thinking outside the box and start sharing your stuff with the world, because if you hold on to it, then who else is going to see it, right? So you got to start sharing your stuff with the world. So yes, yes, and yes. Everybody put yes, yes, and yes in the chat. We should do a hunt for people avatars while on IG. If you see someone's niche customer, DM them. DM DM it to them. That's a good idea, Yazzie Faye. DM me that. DM me that, and let's do it. So you guys, I am about to wrap today up. If you want to know what cleanse I am doing, I am going to be doing the Dr. CB cleanse. I am doing the Dr. CB cleanse. And so, whew, I almost didn't make it today. I almost didn't make it to the live today, but I'm here. God is good. I'm here. God is good. So you guys, I want you guys to step outside the box. This is going to be your amazing year. I want you guys to go ahead and start reaching out to people. Why would you be shy about reaching out to people? Sometimes people be like, oh, I don't want to. Do you want to make money? Do you want to sell your product? Do you want them to talk about your product? Then get yourself together and get it out there. Get yourself together and get it out there. Even if you can't do it, have somebody else send the email out. Send the email to your teenage child and be like, can you DM blah 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 and blah 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 and blah, and give them a list of people. But don't forget to record all of that, right? Make sure you make a spreadsheet. So I say all of that to say, you guys, 2023 is going to be an amazing year for everybody, and I cannot wait to see all of the amazing things that are coming to you. Again, don't forget, if you need to cut away some leaves because they are because they are coming and they're harmful. If they're little suckers, you got to cut them off. Cut them off. If you have leaves that are falling, don't be ashamed to let them go. Don't hold on to them. Just know that new leaves are coming. You know what I'm saying? New things are happening. New things are popping. New opportunities are flourishing. New things, old things may be falling to the side because new things are about to grow. And let that happen. And let it happen, right? So what I'm saying, you guys, I hope you got something from that. And I absolutely love all of you guys. And please just know that you are not by yourself. You are not alone. And when you start feeling those moments come up, start telling yourself you are amazing. Come on, get some powerful self-talking to yourself, some positive self-talking to yourself. Start saying your affirmations as soon as those things start forming. If you feel a certain type of way, get into that mirror and start saying things. Sometimes, like, I need to start dancing around. I need to pick up my energy sometimes. I need to just be like, I just need to go, and that's okay. So with that being said, you guys, if you are catching the replay, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, and if you are even in the room today and you enjoyed today, please take this video and share it out with as many friends as you can and tell them come join us over here because we popping. And we are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've been sitting here this long and you have not yet subscribed, I don't even know what you're doing, sis. Subscribe already. So subscribe to the channel and then also hit the notifications bell so you can be notified when we are going live. And we are going to be going live on Thursday evening. Oh, you guys, tomorrow, don't forget, we were having the fibroid conversation. I'm going to have the fibroid pandemic on tomorrow at 7 p.m. on my Bubble Babes page. So if you want to join us over there, and that's Bubble Babes, BABEZ, you can join us over there and catch the fibroid conversation. What else do I want to say? Oh, and also we are going to launch the Honor Society really publicly on Friday, but you guys are able to go on and sign up to Bubble Babes University now to see the website. You can also join the Honor Society now, but there's going to be more things added to it. But what else? That is it, you guys. I appreciate you so much for spending your time with me. I know that you could be spending your time doing anything else in the world, and I know your time is valuable and you are not getting it back. So I hope something that I said today resonated with you guys, and I hope that you found value in something that I said that is going to, pay for the time that I used. So you guys have an amazing day, and thank you so much for joining me. I love y'all all. Have an amazing day, and I'm going to be flooding your story, so stay tuned. See you later.